Welcome to the Inspiritude Effect, the podcast where spirit meets story and dreams really do come true. I'm your host, Kathy Sherwood, and I've been dreaming for this space for years. Long before I ever hit record, I've envisioned so many iterations of this space because I knew there needed to be a gathering place for people like us. People who are curious, awake, tired of pretending, and hungry for something real. A space where it's okay to be in process, to show up as your tender, messy, becoming self, and still be believed in. A place where you're reminded that you don't have to have it all together to start creating something beautiful. You just begin with what you have from where you are because you're inspired, and that's enough. You see, I've lived a lot of lives. I've built things, walked away from things, started again, followed the rules, broken a few. Okay, to be real, I've broken a lot of rules to figure out what fits. And through it all, I kept hearing that whisper that said, there's still more. And I've kept following it. And here we are. The Inspiritude Effect is part of a bigger vision, one that will grow into a whole ecosystem for transformation, a space for collaboration, connection, and celebration. Here, we honor who we are today while gently, and sometimes wildly, cheering on who we're becoming. But we're starting here, together, one story at a time. I'll dive into the whole story of Inspiritude in the first episode and share what inspired it and how it's kept whispering to be created despite failed attempts and imperfect circumstances. A story that will likely be relatable to anyone who's ever tried and failed and tried again because the nudge just wouldn't go away. So this podcast is for the seekers, the soul-led humans who are doing life a little differently, who are ready to trade burnout for alignment, performance for presence, and shoulds for soul. You've learned the rules and you're ready to make your own. This podcast is also so much more than that. And if you can feel that too, you're definitely in the right place. Each episode will explore a different layer of what it means to truly live an inspired life. Some days we'll talk spirituality and manifestation. Other days it'll be money, relationships, identity shifts, or the messy middle of becoming. Always through a lens that honors both your humanity and your divinity. Because Inspiritude isn't just about one part of life, it's about all of it. The practical and the mystical, the healing and the building, the quiet questions and the wild expansions. It's about creating a life that feels like yours all the way through. This podcast, like the whole vision of Inspiritude, follows flow over formula, and collaboration is key. There's no rigid format here. While I'll aim to drop new episodes each week, I'm far more devoted to alignment than algorithms. Some episodes will be just me when inspiration strikes and there's something on my heart to share. Other times, I'll bring in a co-host or guest whose voice and magic add to the conversation. Other spiritual entrepreneurs, healers, guides, creatives, people who are out there living this work in real time, who know what it means to live an inspired life, what it really takes to get there, and the soul-aligned tools that help them find their way. And if you've been looking for a space to land, to realign, to grow into what's been quietly calling you, if you've been craving conversations that meet you where you are but don't leave you there, you've found it. This isn't a podcast for pretending everything's perfect. It's for remembering who you really are and choosing to live like it matters, because it does. So welcome. Whether you're brand new to this kind of work or you're deep in your own expansion, this space was made for you. Hit follow, share with someone who needs it, and come hang out for the episodes that inspire you most. Because the truth is, your spirit already knows the way. Let it lead, embrace where it takes you, and I'll see you next time.